Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in this video we are going to take a look at how to filter a repeating group, and you're going to get the short version and a longer explanation. Let's kick it off with the short version. For the short version, here is what you need. Number one, you need a drop-down where the entries and the values of those drop-downs are equal to the same name in the database. Number two, you need to, on your data source for the repeating group, when you're doing a search for the data, you need to choose to filter it by change which field. Then you need to assign that drop-down's value. Let's take a look at the drop-down. So in my database, if I look at, let's take a look at, so this is MJ Face Swap Autogen. MJ Face Swap Autogen has age, has emotion space 1, emotion space 2, energy. That's probably good enough. But if we take a look at this, age, emotion space 1, emotion space 2, energy, art space style. These correspond directly to what is in the database as previously mentioned, but I just want to emphasize that because if you don't have it like that, you'll be like, well, why didn't it work? And so you just put that value here and that will sort it. But then there's the descending ascending option, which if you just want an easy way to follow, just take it like this. Have a drop down that's ascending or descending. You could change this and say first to latest, and then you could assign the ascending, descending labels to a custom state, and then you could fill in that custom state's value here as an option if you don't like ascending, descending in the setup as this in your UI. For those who want to bring this to a next level in their UI and want to get exactly what the experience that they're aiming to get. But basically, this drop-down ascend, when its value contains descending, or could be is, I suppose, then that's going to control whether it's ascending or not. That's really the really fast version, because everyone's table and setup is going to be slightly different, right? But let's filter by emotion 1. So anticipation, and then let's descend tradition. And then let's look at, say, art style, watercolor, and then let's look at ascending abstract, right? So we can see that it's the magic of having these match the dynamic field name. And you can see here that these field names, again, to give final emphasis on it, are exactly that. The longer explanation would be that we would actually build this from scratch. We wouldn't have this drop down here. We wouldn't have the data source here. And then I'd walk through this and say, hey, okay, what do we want to do? We want to search for the data source, do a search for, find the thing, and go on and on. But since it's already set up, I might as well, here it is. So you can see that if you're starting from scratch, this is the view that you're going to get. You're going to scroll all the way down. You're going to click change which field. But the dynamic field, that's where you're going to make this dynamic. The descending one, it's going to be, if I just back this out, we can see that those values, the value of this drop-down filter, and for the drop-down filter, you just create a drop-down and choose static choices. When you first make a drop-down, that will be the option you select, and then enter in character by character exactly the same way that it is in the database. And that's the longer-ish version. So if you like this quick tip, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel for more tips, and thanks so much for watching.